Alright, so let's get this party started. So, as you can see from the stream title, I had a little oopsident. I lost the first 2 worlds for my Chain of Memories playthrough, so I'm gonna play them again. And y'all are gonna help me, as always. You beautiful people, you. So we're gonna do it. So the good news is that I know I spent a lot of time the first time I was doing this explaining things that I thought the game was gonna forget to explain, and then the game would explain it like immediately after I explained it, so hopefully I won't do that again. But the bad news is you don't get to listen to how much I hated this game before I started this playthrough. You will be super helpful. You're always super helpful. How much I hated this game before this playthrough. You won't be able to listen to how much I hated this game before the playthrough, because I don't hate it anymore, because this playthrough made me stop hating it. Hey Connor, how's it going, man? So, and I've turned off low latency mode, so the delay is going to be a little bit more than normal, but hopefully it's going to help all of you with slower internet connections be able to actually watch the stream. So let's just see how it goes. Let's start. Gotta play as Sora. So it's kind of a spoiler. Sorry for those of you who are watching this never having played the game. Spoiler. There's a Riku mode. Post-war flashbacks. I've only lagged out 3 times so far. Let's I don't know. I don't know what to do. Alright, so we start with the cutscenes. So many cutscenes in the first 2 worlds. And we've got... This is the reason I have to record this now, right now, is because I gotta upload this to YouTube, where they will tell me that I can't have this song, and then I have to tell them, no, I can, because this is fair play, fair use, because I'm commenting about the story of the game, and this is part of the game, so it's fair use. But then I have to wait for them to go, oh yeah, I guess it is fair use. Sorry about that. And hopefully they'll do that before it goes live sometime next week. But I don't believe them. It probably won't. You probably will all have to watch ads. And I'm sorry. And then in a year or 2, when everyone comes back to watch it again, it is a lot of stuff to do for just music. But that's the way YouTube works, because YouTube sucks. YouTube sucks. But it's all I've got. I mean, I could put the stuff on Twitch, I could put it on a different video service, but then I would go from like 4 people watching it to nobody watching it. Who wants that? Not me, that's who. It's a good song, but seriously, guys, I'll never forget when I uploaded the first Let's Play I did was 0.2, because I was like, this is short, it's something I played before, let's just start here. And of course, I got copyrighted on the opening song, the newest remix of the song. I can't remember what it's called, but it wasn't copyrighted by Square. It was copyrighted by someone else who put the song in the background of their speed draw of Aqua. So I was like, yeah, that's not even their song. And YouTube was like, oh, hey, you're right. I guess we'll take the ads off. Congratulations. Silly YouTube. So this is, of course, cutscenes from the first game, just kind of reliving some stuff. I mean, it's not really telling you the story of what happened in the first game, because there's no dialogue, there's no context, it's just moments. Have some feels. It is dumb, but it's YouTube. This is when it's going to be particularly interesting to see if I can remember what the heck I was saying to the things you all are replying to. If you want to help me, like, kind of paraphrase what I said when you comment, so that I'll know what you were saying. And now for some... Nope, this is not quite new. Keep your eye on Pluto for this part. This is my favorite thing. I can't pause it though. Watch him. Watch him. Not right there, but coming up. He's not, oh, there he is. Oh, they're not gonna do it. Well, that sucks. So in some versions of this cutscene, the Pluto model stops running and he just kind of hovers up the hill, but apparently not this one. Sorry. Maybe go back and watch my Kingdom Hearts 1 Let's Play. I think it happens at the end of that one. And maybe in Kingdom Hearts 2, I think they revisit this.
Along the road ahead lies something you need.
Hang on.
However,
That's a creepy
in
posture.
order to claim it, you must lose something that is dear to you.
He just kind of floats away. Always appreciate Goofy's running form. Check this out. This is something I always forget to notice, but that tells you a lot about this character immediately. Well, except it doesn't show you this character, so that's probably why you don't notice. But that's an important image of a little blonde girl in a white dress in a cage. Spoilers, Shidoki. I'm sure that all the people watching this Let's Play have played this game multiple times. But I still like to be paranoid about spoilers. So that's a big castle in the middle of nowhere. The whole scenery's changed. So they've been walking a while, probably, to get to this. We don't know his name is Marluxia yet. It's true. Shidoki is the spoiler of me dying, the spoiler of story, the spoiler of game mechanics. Shidoki knows everything. If Shidoki streamed, I would tell you to watch Shidoki, because Shidoki knows some crap, but I don't think Shidoki streams. I'm sure Shidoki screams. It's the land of departure. Wait a second. Stop saying things! Stop giving names to things! Ah!
Hey, you think it's okay to barge in?
But we gotta do it if we're gonna find the king.
The king? King Mickey's here?
Something just told me he'd be here, okay?
Yes, let's trust
Really?
Donald's random
'Cause now that
instincts.
you mention it, I was kinda thinking the same thing.
Seriously? Me too. One look
This
at this
should-
castle, and I just knew.
It should be a warning,
Our
not
very
a
best
hopeful
friends.
moment.
They're here.
Yup, guess great minds think alike.
Wait, hey, hold on. It can't be just a coincidence.
Oh no, Timothy. You don't mean that.
Yep, I had it too. I had the exact same feeling.
Gorge, maybe it's contagious.
No, something's screwy. We gotta go take a look.
All right.
Where are you going?
We gotta take a look. Where
that
are you
way,
going?
To the door. Are you scared?
Ah, don't be ridiculous. Come on, let's go, Goofy.
Hey, fellers, shouldn't we shut the door behind us before we go?
I love how Goofy's like, manners, guys.
That's it. Who are you?
What? Hi, yes. Oh, yeah? I'll try some magic. Thunder!
Just this is a guy, so he's heartless. I don't know.
Thunder! Thunder! Come on. Blizzard! Fire! Why isn't it working?
I should think it's obvious. The moment you set foot in this castle, you forgot every spell and every ability you ever knew.
Yes, that's the most obvious answer to this question. The most obvious answer to the question of why can't I cast a spell is, well, of course, when you walked in the castle, you forgot everything you ever knew. The only they're back in their civilian clothes because they were in their civilian clothes at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. Now, why are they in their civilian clothes at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1? I don't know. But there you have it.
In this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. That is the way in Castle Oblivion.
Castle Oblivion?
Here you will meet people that you have known in the past, and you will meet people you miss.
I miss? Riku! You mean Riku's here?
If what you want is to find him,
Huh? What'd you do?
I merely sampled your memories, and from them, I made this. To reunite with those you hold dear.
What's this? A card?
It is a promise for the reunion you seek. Hold the card to open the door, and beyond it a new world. Proceed, Sora. To lose and claim anew, or to claim anew only to lose.
I love the silly riddles.
Come on. Let's go.
He ain't wrong, though, either. I'm just saying. Alright, so this is where we're introduced to the mechanic of using cards to navigate. Left stick or directional button. Select card. You currently only have one card. They're like, here's how you do this, but you can't actually do it yet. So just remember later. I don't encourage anyone or anything. It just keeps happening. I've never encouraged you or Rose either. And yet... Alright, so we're going... I guess we're going to Traverse Town. Somehow. Things and nonsense. It's really... I really wish I could remember all the things I talked about so I could talk about them again, but I can't. I've never... This can't be right. Hey, at least you get better voice acting for a couple of worlds before I go back to being unpracticed again. We're in Traverse Town. Well, yeah, you used the Traverse Town card, and then magic happened. What did you... I just... This is Yu-Gi-Oh! All over again. What you see isn't real. Man, he is abusing the heck out of that teleport power. This is flashy for no reason, dude. Just tone it down. This town is an illusion created by your memories ingrained in that card. My memories? Forget about that, Sora. We lost Donald and Goofy. Donald? Goofy? Guys, where are you? Fair enough. If I had teleportation, you better believe I'd be all over the place all the time. Walk up the stairs? Nope. Walk down the stairs? Nope. What did you do with them? They are at the mercy of the cards now. Master the cards, and their strength will be yours again. What's that? Random battle? What is that called? Meh. The laws of this castle require that your friends be transformed into cards. Did we vote on those laws? Cards everywhere. If you value your friends, you won't fail to pick them up. This line freaked me out a little bit when I was playing it originally on my Game Boy Advance, because I was like, could Donald or Goofy die if I don't pick up their cards? That's not what happens. Don't worry. If you don't pick up their cards, they'll just show up again later. Key cards. Is that X cards or key cards? What did you want to say there? I can move, I can look around, I can face front. R3, that's the trigger. Cards you pick up are added to the top of your stack. Use them and your friends will come to your aid. Use cards.
Donald!
Yay! Donald remembers spells again. Not spoil. Oh. The cards you use vanish, but they will reappear to aid you time and again. Cards are the hearts of your friends. I should learn how to read. Everything in this castle is ruled by cards. Whether an enemy or a door confronts you, cards are the only way to proceed. You're an enemy! Here's a card! You're a door! Here's a card! The door explodes! That would be cool. But you mustn't forget your own strength. Hey look! Hey look! It's dodge roll! This means nothing to the people. This won't come up again for the rest of this playthrough. I won't talk about dodge roll. But for those of you who are following along my Kingdom Hearts 2 streams, check out my highlight videos. It means something to you, and you're welcome. First, think for yourself. I'm giving you a bunch of instructions. Obey all my instructions. First, think for yourself. Move, then use the cards. Isn't how cards work? No. Use card. Woohoo! You now know how to use your strength, but it would be of no use if you lose sight of your opponent. I wonder if you can catch me. So this is where they change target lock for no reason to drive you nuts, and you can change it back, but not for a while. There's still, I've learned of this game through playing it through this playthrough, not this playthrough, but the one that this is going in front of, but there's still some things that are irritating for no reason. He's so fast. Good. Every move you make, isn't that Private Eyes? Private Eyes are watching you. Causes a card to disappear. If you use up all your cards, you will be unable to act. I don't know why I just turned into Shatner. Please stop me. But there is a solution. Keep using cards until you run out, and I will show you. There you go. Every step you take, I'll be watching you. It is. I didn't make that up. Man, you gave me a lot of cards for when you just want me to use them all. You have no more cards, and without them, no power. You have no power here, Gandalf! Okay, I'm sorry. If you want that power back, you must focus. Bid the cards return to you, and they will. Quickly select reload card, but I don't have a reload card selected, so... Oh, I was already on it, that's what that is. I always forget that command is even there. The strength of your heart has brought back the lost cards. You can recall spent cards at any time. You need only wish it. But each time you do, the cards will take longer to return. Goblin King? Who's Goblin King? The cards are by no means unlimited. Use them wisely. Anticipate the flow of battle. And choose the most effective cards. You may use any card in your deck. Cycling the cards. Oh, okay. But what movie are you quoting? The 4 card types you use in battle are grouped into 2 wider categories. It is really long, but it's a JRPG, and it's especially a Kingdom Hearts JRPG. Imagine what the Kingdom Hearts 3 tutorial is gonna be. It's gonna be like 20 hours long. Labyrinth, I haven't seen that movie. Yes, I know I need to. It's on my list from other friends already, don't worry. The first category includes attack cards, magic cards, and item cards. The second category consists entirely of enemy cards. use cards from a different category. Now press X to jump. Exactly. Change categories. I didn't... Oh, wait. I did know that was a thing. Because it was select before. And there is no select button on a DualShock 4. There we go. I can show you. No select button here. Cards will empower you whether you are attacking or defending. But it is up to you to decide when to attack and when to defend. Do not forget that. Ah! I gotta figure out what's going on with my internet before the Thursday stream, because I'm dropping frames again, and it's irritating. Are you two alright? Where have you been? You tell us! When you opened the door, we saw a strange light! And the rest is just blank! Gee, that doesn't help. Try to remember what happened. I have to keep my journal up to date. Hey, Donald, where'd I get the new clothes? Ah, me too, Goofy! Somebody's been messing with our clothes! Could it be the cards again? That is for you to ponder. Master the cards and make your way through the castle, but from here, you walk alone. Alone? We can't let Sora go alone! Yeah, Sora can't do anything without our help! Thanks a lot, Donald! You sure you'll be okay? Of course! You want me to go alone? Fine. I can take care of myself. The hero speaks boldly. Go then. The rest of Castle Oblivion awaits. Walk the avenues of latent memory, and you shall meet someone dear to you. I've got a bad feeling about this. Relax, Jiminy. I'm ready for any tricks he's got up his sleeve. His inner Iago. Yeah, sorry. How hard can it be to figure out these cards? Really hard, as it turns out. All I have to do is use one in front of that door over there. I had to brag about how my voice acting skills have gotten better since the last time I tried to record this. So now they're not. You can perform the following actions in the field. Move, look around, face forward, swing keyblade, jump, and dodge roll. Dodge roll! Spam the hell out of time skip with a lot of the Dio effects. I don't know what you're talking about, Shidoki. Striking objects in the field with your keyblade yields various results. Try striking the barrel! Do a barrel roll! We got a card. It's Blizzard. Marked objects can be lifted and thrown. Approach and press triangle to lift. Touching a Heartless on the field starts a battle, but you can strike the Heartless first to gain the upper hand. Throw! I'm glad that Heartless just stands there while I walk over to him slowly and heave a box at his head. And now we're introduced to the game mechanic that no matter how many times I play this game, I will always hate. And that is that killing an enemy doesn't automatically give you experience. You have to go and they drop experience orbs, and you have to pick them up. Now, my best guess is that the reason they did that is because the enemies don't drop money or MP orbs or health orbs, so they have to drop something, so they drop XP orbs, and you have to pick them up. It is extremely irritating and completely unnecessary, but it's here. There's a card combination with stop and 2 attack cards that stops time for a moment while Sora slashes the enemy a bunch of time. Does a ton of damage and it breaks the enemy's cards. They're susceptible to it. It legit works on every boss of the game. Yes, but we're not there. We don't have that yet. To open doors in the field, press triangle in front of the door. What disappears after a while, Connor? You lost me. So, one of the things you want to do in this game is hit everything. They drop HP orbs, which is pretty nice for, for your health. Because Curing can be hard. The orb. Oh yes, the orbs disappear. Yes, that's the worst part. Is that if you don't immediately pick up the XP orbs while you're in the middle of fighting all the other enemies, they might vanish, and then you get no experience for the first few enemies you killed, and it sucks. It is the worst mechanic that has ever been put into a Kingdom Hearts game, by far. So you want to get those Moogle Point orbs and HP orbs for healing in between battles, so you just attack everything you see on the screen. Lamps, other stuff to proceed to the next room, you need a map card. Map cards are used to synthesize new, unexplored rooms. First, select the map card you want to use. Well, there's only one I can use. As you can tell, this one's not... It won't let me use this one, even though technically it applies. It wants me to use this one, so we use this one. Middle of the screen is criterion for opening the door. The criterion displayed now means that the door will open with a value of 1 or greater. You need to pick a card that meets this criterion. Cards have marked values from 0 to 9. 0 cards marked 0 are special cards which meet most criteria. The card without a marked value is a key card. Key cards are only used at special doors. I learned to love a lot of the mechanics in this game that I used to hate during this playthrough, but I will never love the experience or mechanic. It is stupid and bad, and I hate it. The swirling crystal in front of Sora is called a save point. I don't see a crystal. All I see is light. I mean, I guess there might be a crystal on the ground, but you can totally run right through that, and whatever. Stand near it and press triangle to open the save menu. What about the shop? There is the Moogle Point shop. But I don't think we're gonna get that far for a few episodes yet. I think that actually shows up in the old episodes. Well, old to me, future episodes to those of you watching this on YouTube later. So we can come over here, we can save, and we must very carefully not overwrite the saves of the other playthroughs. That would be bad. And then we can open this door, and this requires a 2, so I have a 2, Tranquil Darkness. So you can look at this card, and it'll give you information about the map. I think I talk about this later when I remember it again, because I completely forgot it at the start last time. But I'm going to talk about it now, because we're here now, and we might as well. So it tells you Heartless 1 to 3 stars, and room size 2 to 3 stars. So the more stars, the bigger and stronger, and the more Heartless there are in the room. And the room size, you know, makes sense. The more stars, the bigger the room. So this is a medium-sized room with weak or very few Heartless in it. And this is question mark, question mark. This will disorient enemies if I hit them with it. I probably should have hit an enemy with it just to show it off. But, oh well, it didn't happen. Maybe I'll find another one. Really, they should have just made the enemies drop Moogle points, and that would have been better. But, better than the dropping the experience points, but they didn't do that, so we have to deal with this. And I keep trying to lock on by pressing R1. Has hidden chests, which are unlocked after a bit of the story. Yeah, about halfway through the game does have some secret chests. But I don't know why you want me to bring that up now. I know I opened several of those during my playthrough, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about missing it completely. Alright, so this is a level up screen. This is pretty cool. You get to choose how to level up Sora. More directly than the other games, where you do get to choose how to level up your characters, but it's a bit more complicated. So you can raise Sora's HP, you can raise his CP, which is his card points, which we'll get into more how to build the deck later. But you see all these cards, you can select more cards to put in, take cards out, and you have a limit on how many cards you can put in there, which is your CP. And then you can learn slights. Now, for the rest of this playthrough, after this emergency stream is finished, I will pronounce this slate, because I am an idiot. But it is pronounced slight. These are slights, so we're going to learn a slight. This is what I always choose to learn a slight first. You can do whatever you want, but I always learn slights first because, hey, this is where the bread and butter of this game is in the card slights. The game hasn't told us about slights yet, so you would be forgiven for not knowing that, but I know about them, so we're going to select this. And I've learned Sliding Dash. Slide towards a distant target for close range attack. You must use 3 attacks of the same type, totaling 10 to 15. And they'll chase you down and then hit you if you don't hit them first. I guess I could change the lock-on options, but it seems kind of silly. I'm gonna have to though, because I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. For how long I'm going to be playing this game, it feels silly to spend time in the menu doing all that stuff. Of course, there's another stream where I spend like 10 minutes unsure how to do something that the game tells you how to do, and I just forgot. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a slate, because I just want these enemies to die. Change the card order. Maybe I should, but I guess I could. I just don't want to spend a lot of time on stuff like that. Because I know I'm going to do it in later parts of the stream, or at least I'm pretty sure I am. Maybe I won't. Maybe I should do it now. Alright, fine. You've convinced me. So you could do a sleight. You just press triangle 3 times. The game's going to explain this, but we're going to do this now. You press triangle, and it puts the cards up there as a sleight. And then if it's a special command, it'll do that special command. If it's not, then it'll just run the 3 sleights, or the 3 cards, just real quick, and count all the points together so that it's harder for the enemies to break you. Which is another mechanic I think the game is going to explain later. So I'm going to go ahead and boost my card points. And so we can go review decks, and you can edit your deck, and you can add cards like so. I'll just go ahead and put that there, because the way I like to play this game is all slides all the time, baby. Yeah, well, the game's gonna explain that later. Promise. I thought it wasn't going to explain that stuff because it sends you into the game, and the game, like I said, the game is built on slides. The game really wants you to use slides. That was the one thing I figured out from my playthrough, really. The biggest thing I figured out is that the game wants you to use slides all the time. So it really rewards you for doing that. It says it's going to punish you, but it actually rewards you for it in a lot of ways. Let's change my settings. Let's change my battle controls. There we go. So we can go unlock this door. Ah, that sucks. Doors emblazoned with crowns are special doors. You need special cards called key cards to open these doors, but just having the key card isn't enough to open the door. You need the key card and 1 or more additional cards meeting certain criteria. Pick map cards that meet the criteria and you can open the door. So I need a card that's 1 or higher. Well, this card is, and I hate that card anyway, so we'll use that one. Nice. So they changed the way that works in the final mix version of Chain of Memories, which is what this is. So it's not as much of an issue here as it was there. Fighting alone isn't as easy as I thought. This is the only time they'll show the cards drop them in, which is weird. Because they didn't even do it the first time. The first time they just kind of walked up. Ah! Don't pop out of nowhere like that. I guess that's why they stopped doing it. Hey, it's not our fault. We don't know what's going on. A yuck? It's Pluto! Pluto? Things keep getting stranger. What's Pluto doing here? There's nothing strange about that. When we came to Traverse Town with Pluto, didn't we? Did we? No, wait! According to my journal, it was before you met Sora that you came to town with Pluto. Ah, he's right! We were chasing after Pluto, and that's how we ended up in Castle Oblivion. But aren't we in Traverse Town? Well, it's not really Traverse Town. I think the card created this Traverse Town inside Castle Oblivion. Ah, who cares about all that? It's too confusing. I'm with you, Sora. I don't know where we are, but let's just keep moving forward, defeating Heartless. We'll get somewhere. You'd better be careful, or it's the Heartless that are going to defeat you. Leon, it's you! What are you doing in Castle Oblivion? Castle Oblivion? What are you talking about? This is Traverse Town. And how do you know my name? Who are you? Gasp! I've never met the likes of you before. Quit playing, Leon. We all fought the Heartless together. You know that. Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know your names. You don't? You don't? Sorry. I can't believe it. How could you have forgotten about us? I feel for you, but you've got the wrong guy. Happens all the time. Don't take it so personally, Sora. Huh? You do know his name! Now hold on. Why do I know your name? You think Leon's just kidding around? If he is, it's not funny. Sora's really upset. Who's kidding around, Goofy? You and Donald are the ones who... Hey! I don't get it. Something's wrong with my memory. What's happening here? I don't know, Leon. Maybe Aerith was onto something after all. She said she sensed some uncanny kind of power and asked us to look into it. Well, this is as uncanny as it gets. Maybe you should take Sora to see Aerith. Yuffie, you know my name. Yep, looks like you know mine too. You know him? Nope, total stranger, but I definitely know his name. Strange, yes, but convenient. We can skip the introductions. How is it that you can accept this situation so easily? I don't get you. Well, I'm gonna run ahead and fill Aerith in, Leon. You give them the grand tour. See you later. I guess it's no use pondering over it. Come on, follow me. But there are Heartless wandering around town. I'd better teach you how to protect yourself in battle. So this is where we get the second half of our combat training, finally. See the numbers printed on your cards? They range from 0 to 9. Higher numbers mean stronger cards. If you and your enemy both play a card at the same time, the higher card wins. Go on, try it out. A lot of people get confused as to why Sora and Leon, or why Yuffie and Leon remember Sora, even though they shouldn't. They were Sora's memories, so that means they recognize the one they came from, and its experience with actual people. Right, exactly. That's as good an explanation as I've heard, anyway. I don't think the game ever explicitly tells you, so we can make up whatever explanation we want, but that seems completely reasonable to me. See how it works? Playing a card higher than your opponent's and breaking through the defenses is called a card break. Playing a lower card results in your attack being deflected. See, this is a good thing to know, like, before you start fighting anyone, because it starts happening immediately, but the game doesn't tell you, which is a little bit of a bad design there. Like I said, there's a lot of things I like about this game once I'm finished with it. It does not start well. And then, of course, there's the whole experience orb thing, which I'm never going to let go! Even powerful cards can be deflected if the enemy's card is higher. Whoever is on the losing side of a break is left wide open to attacks. Don't let that person be you. Cards with 0 as their value are special. No matter what card the enemy plays, you can break it with a 0 card. But if you play the 0 card too soon, the enemy can break it with any card they play. In other words, it's the most powerful card if it comes last, and useless if it comes first. Try to make the most of it. Card values also affect the cost of assembling a deck. Keep that in mind. Now it's time to teach you how to stock cards. You don't have to use battle cards one at a time. You can also assemble 3 cards and use them all at once. This is called stocking cards. Stocking cards and using them in threes is much stronger than using cards individually. Go on, give it a try. Stock any 3 cards in your deck. So part of the reason this tutorial is so long and painful is because it has to completely introduce you to completely new game mechanics that you've really never seen anywhere else. Even in other card games, they do things differently. So they have to completely introduce you to a completely new game style, and it just takes forever. Connor's not a fan. That's okay, Connor, we forgive you. The sum of your 3 stocked cards becomes the value you play. The value is usually high and hard to break, and the combo attack deals lots of damage. Don't hold back. Show me what you can do. Combo attacks aren't the only benefit of stocking cards. Choose your cards carefully and you can unleash special abilities called sleights. Sleights come in all varieties and each has its own unique card combination. You should try it out once you've collected more cards and learn a thing or two, but keep one thing in mind. Every time you use stocked cards, you lose the first one you picked. You can't reload it. The lost card won't return until the end of the battle. Relying only on sleights will cause your cards to run out. That means trouble. I hated this game when I was a kid. I really did only learn to love it the last time I played it. And that's mostly because playing it for a bunch of people who've never seen it before and who wanted to experience everything forced me to try more of the sleights than I would have used before. I talk about this a lot in my Chain of Memories retrospective video, so you can go watch that if you want to hear me say that again. Plus some other stuff. But yeah, that was the biggest thing I learned. Was to love this game because of the sleight mechanic. Think you've got the hang of it, Sora? Yeah, more or less. I'll pick up the rest when I fight some real battles. Yeah, I can see that, Shidoki. See, I didn't want to play it in the car because I didn't have headphones, so I couldn't play it with the sound, and I wanted to play with the sound. And Tally adores this game just so much. Here, I found this lying around. You take it. Remember what I told you and make good use of it. And we got a Simba card. I said you loved this game. Yes. Why you confuse me? Here's a quick shout out to all of my patrons. For as little as $1 a month, you too can have your name listed here. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons to help me reach more people.